Oh, it's your buddies. It's my new baby known as Catling. Eh? He's technically very floppy. I can literally, as you can assure you guys, I'm gonna take babies. Okay? Right. You see him? Oh, there you go. Yeah, there. That's him there. Now let's see how he deals with. There. That's him there, huh? Oh my god, he's so floppy. And that's his house is called Floppy, so I'm gonna call mine Kathleen. Yes. It's actually, oh my god, he's now sleepy now. Wake up for the viewers, I should say. He's actually he's actually named after Kathleen after my poor mom literally, I was gonna say died for some reason. Was literally crying in my arms when I was crying when I broke down a few weeks ago. Which I think is and Wednesday was yesterday, last week or the week before. So, and we came back down to business. This is diary entry for the 23rd of December 2015. You see that? He looks a bit like Doug now that I think. You know that character from I was reading up on him from the film Up. Doesn't he look a bit like him? Doug. Not a little doggy. So as usually I get distracted. That's one of my faults, but no one is perfect. We're all human. And a diary entry, as I said, for the 23rd of December 2015. Now today started off with a bit of a disappointment. Now in that I mean I couldn't get out of bed literally, right? Methinks it's because of my so-called starvation mode. Because I am eating now, just not eating to the levels of what my folks would wish me to eat. Because technically according to them I should be eating 3 meals a day. Like it is, whatever 3 meals is according to them, but, and then snacks in between. Give or take, that's what I should be. Which I used to, but until this thing started actually literally went off. And this is what happens to me in my diagnosis, you know, that I actually literally start going off the rail in terms of the upstairs, as they call it, the mental. Oh my god, there's a big. There's my two beautiful eyes. Now, can you see me? Then I can't see the screen at all, so take your pick, as they say, you know. And my point is that I do starve when something upsets me or whatever. In this case, you know what it is. So I'll just continue on. And then of course I have crisps at the moment, which is they're on their way out, which I think tomorrow will be the last day, if I recall rightly. So then that said, I then slightly got up slightly later than anticipated. I then headed to meet Edmund. He's the head of Vegan Ireland, or at the very least works for Vegan Ireland. Now I'm almost sure he's the head guy, because he's the boss man, that's my understanding. I could be wrong, but and for some bizarre reason I kept calling Edward, tried to hold this. I just don't understand. I even put down the card like as I said in the diary, like what the fuck, you know, like I just don't understand it. Whereas the Americans put I know right, IKR. So that said, I then head on off to meet him. It was slightly later than anticipated. I was supposed to meet him for 2 o'clock in Gubindes, which I've already reviewed in the past. Not that I'd be coming back there in any hurry, but if it's to meet a friend, I'd obviously go there or with the friend, you know. But anyway, moving on though, I first went to AIB to withdraw cash. Now, obviously, you need cash to spend, right? Or to, well, you don't need cash to talk to a person, right? You know, just walk in there, and if they ask, you know, you're going to buy something, I could just say, water, please. But generally, the gist is, if you're meeting a friend, it's best to actually bring a bit of cash. So in this case, I went to the AIB, the outside ATM now, not the inside. And I wanted to withdraw 150 euros, and the machine said unavailable. So me thinks it could be that I brought the wrong card with me, the one that was blocked, because I reported my card lost instead of replacement one. But anyway, I then went on to go on to say that, what the hell am I saying here? Oh yeah, that so I went inside and asked, and the girl said, no, there's nothing wrong with your card, you've got the new one, it's walking away. So then I went up to the teller, which is a different girl, because the one I went to initially was the customer service. I went to the teller to withdraw money, and I explained to her that there's an issue with the machine outside that I couldn't, so she gave me the money, no problem. So I then went off to meet Edmund, eventually, and when I arrived, some other guy was there, Rosie, which is Irish for Rory. And then I never met him in real life, so good chance he could be faking himself, I'm not sure. So Edmund then said that he had to go for an event of anti-Christmas, of which I took very serious, and I was very shook up about it, to the point I got very teary. Like, I understood he actually meant, in terms of people who are atheists, that they don't believe in God, or for meat reasons, or cruelty to animals, or not cruelty as such, but animals, well yeah, meat and animals, you know what I mean, and all that. But no, he just literally went on to say, oh, they should get rid of the holiday, they should do this, they should do that, it's gone far too commercialism. And then I went on talking about, well, what about Easter? When Christ died, what are you going to do about him? Would you prefer funerals? Because that's technically what it is, funeral, you know? And they're like, he's saying, like they were saying that, oh, we have to close on Christmas Day. But so do you have to close on, not Steve, what's the other one called? Good Fridays. Well, pubs at the very least have to close on that day, or at least not to sell alcohol. But I don't know. But so I took it very serious, and then just before I was, he was thanking me for the card I gave him. He said, "That's the whole point I want to meet him, to give him a card, you know." So then that said, just when I came back home, I was wanting to get vegan dinner for my. Okay, I think I'm going a bit too far now. So, oh yeah, so I had it on the way. Let's finish that. So on the way home, I wanted to get vegan dinner for myself for Christmas dinner, for Christmas Day, sorry, which is on Friday. Technically tomorrow, however, it wasn't to be because of. Well, yeah, that's supposed to be saying that on small change. That's right. I was hoping to, if I popped in there, that they may have something, but apparently they closed early because I think of the holidays. And there was some guy outside the building just selling his candles, might I add, not even lights, like as you can see right across. These higher, higher, there you go, you know, all my lights, and I don't know if you can see more. There you go, I see all the Christmas lights. Alright, and you can see that's literally just here, there's my hand, alright? But my point is that they didn't have any, just candles, as if we're in the Stone Age, but anyway. Some people do have candles, and I don't mind this, as long as they're most safety, considering, you know, fire reasons and all that. So then, I wanted to get stamps, and I was trying to get post 2 cards because I seem to have left them behind, and I knew for a fact in my head that I had to buy 2 more stamps so that I could post them today, because today, the fact they're being sent to Ireland, they should get it tomorrow technically, I don't know, with Christmas holiday may delay, I don't know, but they'll get it eventually, alright? So there, that's the way it goes. But then, as it happens, I realized I had the stamps all along. I don't know why I got so very fidgety. Then again, I suppose with the guy in the unpuss, maybe married the wrong woman, or maybe not satisfied in the job, I don't know. So you have to take it on for customers, I don't know, or whatever we are known to them as. But anyway, so I think, and then I realized that I had the stamps with me at all the time, but the cards were left at home here. So, you know, it's catch 22. So I said, how am I going to get these in, you know? So then that said, I then noticed, or realized, sorry, that I actually had the card, or the post box is outside. So I said, that's cool. Just stamp them and then shake them off to the somewhere in Ireland, which is, one is going down to Wexford, which is in the south, the sunny southeast, might I add, and the other's going to, I think, Galway? Yeah, a Romanian friend of mine in Padova, that's his name, Theodore. I think he's in Galway. Well, I know him, the guy himself is in Galway, but I think that's where the second card was going. And moving on though, I then, while I was doing watching it, so I came back home eventually, did all my posting business, and then I was watching a few TV shows, alright, and then just as I was getting ready, I was just, Edmund, the guy I met earlier on, he was texting me just to thank me for looking for a card in the first place, right? Now, one thing I was most certainly not expecting, alright, was excuse me, was as follows. That in the text he actually said that all this anti-Christmas bull was all a bit of a joke. Now, my reaction was unreal. Like, I actually took that very seriously. Like, my sis could be considered to a certain degree anti-Christmas, but the way he was describing it, I'd say you'd want to be a real atheist or maybe vegan or whatever to become really anti-Christmas. I'd imagine there are such people who are actually anti-Christmas. I don't know. So, really, moving on though. So then I said to myself, my God, I actually took that very seriously. I told him this in a text then. And he came back to me saying, it's an awful pity, George, you actually headed off home. And he knew obviously why I wasn't going to. Because he actually said to me, you might like my next event, George. We're actually going to be discussing anti-Christmas, something like that, he said to me when I met him initially. I said, okay. Clearly, I imagine he saw me visibly very upset. Because as you can gather, all my lights and decorations, well, no, that's the thing altogether. And no, that's poor Catherine there. My point is, I just very visibly upset, and I obviously was not going to be joining people who are against Christmas. Some people, like, it's not like, it'd be the same thing as if I went to a protest who are for meat, like, say, or who are against vegan, something like that, or whatever, you know? Obviously, I'm not going to join protests or whatever. But in this case, this is what he told me initially. But then he said, all we were doing, George, was we were playing cards. So probably poker or 25 or whatever, I don't care. So I said, oh, well, you sort of made a fool out of me, Einstein. And then again, it didn't matter anyway, because I don't play cards anyway in the first place. So, at the end of the day, it didn't matter anyway. At the end of the day, I was not going to stay with him, you know? It was just an awful shame with doing all fairness. I did actually miss his appointment. Well, in Govinda's anyway, because I had hoped to get a little dinner in Govinda's with him, and then he'd have headed off onto his event, which is Maria Anti-Christmas. So then that said, I then headed on back out to the outhouse because I had planned to give cards. Well, cards to Jamie because apparently a certain person did not show up, according to Jamie. So I wasn't going to keep holding all the cards with me because my friend Searson Neal apparently left stuff behind, and he forgot to ask me to give him his cards back. So I left him in with Jamie in the outhouse, and when the outhouse reopens, which I think is 4th of January, they can then send Jamie will, or whenever Searson shows up, he'll give the cards to Jamie or to Searson, right? So then that said, then finish, yeah, almost there. So then that said, then I planned on going down to the yard, which is a health store that sells a lot of vegan stuff. But unfortunately, time is not on my side because not only was I going to the outhouse, I was actually meeting my friend Todd for Christmas for what's that thing? Movie, sorry, for Star Wars. Dun da da da. I have a little surprise for you. I ain't a minute there. Yeah. Thanks. Oh damn. Second thing never got recorded. Very hilarious. Right. Must run out of space. I bet you that's the case. And I'm just babbling like I usually do. Now this I wanted to show you. No, not a strip show. Wrong place if you want a strip show. Now, what if I got this, guys and lads, eh? Let's Star Wars with the mirror of the slightly different kind of, doesn't really help. So then I went to meet my friend Todd, who's from America originally. So then it was a pleasure seeing him because I hadn't seen him since July, which was to see Mamma Mia in Broadcast Energy Theatre, right? That's the last time I saw him, which is July 3rd, technically. I'll never forget it because July the 4th is an American holiday in the States, and he being an American, we decided to go on the day, and then on the dot of midnight, which finished our meal. Would you believe that? Like we had gone to the Mamma Mia itself, and then we went for a meal afterwards in Milan, if I recall rightly, in Grand Canal Dock area, whatever they call it. And on the dot of midnight, we finished our meal, and I think somebody said to him because of his accent, you see, everyone would know, Happy 4th of July, something like that. And I think he kind of dismissed it. Or I think it's personal issues with it. I'm not sure about that bit. It's not my business anyway. So after we had a little chat before the actual movie itself, which is what he expected, because he did say that to me. Can we have a little chat before, or a few drinks before the actual movie? I said, of course we can. So then I was just starting to learn though that he has been suffering from depression for a few years, my dad, since as a result of his mother being admitted into a hospital, which thankfully she's grand now, not to bother her, but it's just the fact that he was in Ireland and she was over there, like he has been dealing with that very harshly, alright. So so then somehow he would have seen in my Facebook about my self-harm at the time, so he would have seen that particular post, and then I just, oh, thank you. So then he would have seen that, and then I told him of the potential diagnosis. Now, the potential diagnosis I was given on the disability 4 is a with stress and anxiety disorder. But I was just thinking about it earlier on tonight. The fact though that they never told me what it does mean, what can be done to prevent it or to treat it more so. So I'd say maybe mellowed up in giant, like someone they might do something there. I don't know. So then, there was something I was going to say. So then I told him about my diagnosis, and then this is what I was going to say. He then told me, because my sister told me that my yoke is actually a new fancy name for PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Now, basically, I think y'all know what that means. If something happens to you mentally, obviously, perhaps physically as well, I don't know, that it plays up in your mind very badly in the negative sense, and that you can't get rid of or whatever. That's basically what's happened to me, or has happened, and possibly could continue depending on how things go. So then I was telling him about this, and then he said, well, PTSD has two things. There's one called PTSD, and another one called excuse me, post-traumatic stress syndrome, something like that, he said. So then, after the film, no, wrong. I'm jumping my guns. Not those guns, or these. Literally, it's a phrase. Where's the word there? Wait, so then I ain't sure if it's official though. I don't think, maybe it is, I don't know. He brought up a source water though, which by no means was his intent. That's not his character. Because he obviously doesn't know why I would have self-harmed on the Facebook, because I never told him. It's just I put down a worthless piece of crap, and that's about it. So how was he to know, as I said? So I did a bit self-harm in the cinema toilets, and biting, well, that's, obviously I didn't bring the actual, what's it called, or that Swiss Army knife, because technically it's against the law to have a weapon on your person, right? Well, in Ireland anyway. So then, I did a bit of self-harm by means of the rubber type, and I saw something unusual. Yeah, there. What's been done? I can't really see it too well now. So, then after the film, I headed over to him to his place, and I let him at the gates, and then we arranged, when I came back, we arranged for the next Saturday night, or Saturday season night, because tonight was not bad, but the IMAX in general is not what I expected, right? Like, for the amount of money that a person would have to pay for 19 euros 50 cents, that's a shocker now. 20 years almost to see one film. That's a bit of a shocker. But now, obviously, we don't pay 5 euros because of our unlimited card, you see. We have the black card, which, it's the shook here. Oh, there we go. This little fella. Again, I don't know anything about the mirror aspect of the screen. Right, alright? So then, okay, come on back, there you go, goodbye. So then, I was looking, so then moving on, then obviously I came back home, safe and sound, yada yada. I was looking at my email, sure what's new, and I came across a very interesting article whereby it was describing an art of technostalgia, whereby it relive, not relive our wondrous dial-up days and our memories and our this and our that. Then there was the Encarta, God be the days. I go every week on my laptop, obviously, because when I had my own laptop, which is a Dell, might I add, and I go every week dialing up it using my dad's internet connection, which technically I think on his phone bill if I recall rightly, right? And then I just download Encarta updates once a week, and on antivirus updates, Windows updates, and various other updates depending on the program, while at the same time looking at the Late Late Show. So maybe I'm in the back room or whatever, and then I go in front room and see, oh, interesting, who's that, and all this. And my sister and myself would be in the back room doing whatever. So then my dad and I would be want to get the phone or however, and my mother would be say, are you almost done there? Like I want to ring so and so or whatever. Because in those days, as you majority know, with the dial-up, you had to replace your phone connection. So meaning you would not receive any phone calls at all. And yet these days, you can send and receive calls, send and receive internet communication. We call it technically speaking. So yeah, it's fantastic. But I will post you a link to the actual address to that particular site, which is from the site I use, MAshable. Alright, that's about it. So I'll leave you, love yous, and I'll speak to y'all on Christmas Eve. One more sleeping, or technically two more sleeping nights before the big day. So look out yourselves, and I'll see y'all later.